Hello, today in this class we are going to discuss about Newton's law of cooling. So how we are going to represent graphically, let us see what is the statement of Newton's law of cooling, let us say. So here we know Newton's law of cooling that is represented by, so rate of cooling of a body is directly proportional to difference in temperature of body and its surroundings, provided so here there is a difference in temperature is very small, and how we are going to represent mathematically means that is represented by dq by dt is directly proportional to t minus of ts. This is also written as dq by dt is equal to minus of k into t minus of ts, where in this formula k ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ that is nothing but 4 sigma into ts cube. So that is one of the constant value ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. So negative symbol ಏನು represent ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ this negative symbol that indicate amount of heat decreases with the time ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ negative symbol ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. And this t temperature that represents body temperature and ts represents surrounding temperature, and this dq represents that is heat lost with respect to time dt, and dq by ds that represents that is rate of cooling. And same thing if you plot the graph of temperature difference versus rate of cooling. So here this is the nature of the graph. So rate of cooling increases linearly. So graph is plotted versus dq by dt versus theta minus of theta naught, temperature difference and rate of cooling curve that represents linear graph. And cooling curve, this we are going to call cooling curve. Cooling curve means this is the graph we plotted versus temperature with respect to time. So the curve goes on decreases here. This represents so rate of fall in temperature, that is represented like this. And Stephen's law. So what is the statement given by the Stephen? So here radiation energy emitted per second per unit area of perfectly black body is directly proportional to the 4 power of its absolute temperature. ಅದನ್ನ mathematically ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರೀತೀವಿ? So here radiation energy emitted per second per unit area of the perfect black body is directly proportional to 4 power of temperature ಐತಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ t raised to 4. ಈ directly proportionality symbol ತೆಗೆದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ equality sign ಬರುತ್ತೆ into sigma ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು proportionality constant ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, E is equal to sigma into t raised to 4. ಇದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ equality symbol ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನದು, ಅದು ಸ್ಟೀಫನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಅದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. E ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. And this sigma is constant it is. And the value of Stephen constant is always constant, that is 5.67 into 10 to the power of minus 8 Weber meter square per Kelvin raised to 4. And SI unit of Stephen constant, you know the formula ಇದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಾ, E is equal to 8 T sigma T raised to 4. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕಾ, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟಿ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಎ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟಿ ಇಂಟು ಟೀಟಾ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಮೆಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಜೋಲ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪರ್ ಮೀಟರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪರ್ Kelvin raised to 4, ಅಥವಾ you can use another unit that is Weber meter square per Kelvin raised to 4 ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಮೆಜರ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೀಫನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ m1 l0 t minus 3 and Kelvin raised to minus 4 ಐತಿ. So that is the dimensional formula. SI unit of Stephen constant is Weber meter square per Kelvin raised to 4, and dimensional formula is m1 l0 t minus 3 and Kelvin raised to minus 4. And next we shall see the meaning of black body radiation. So before that, what is the meaning of black body? So black body means the body which absorbs or emit most of the radiation which is incident on it. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, black body ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ black body radiation ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? So those are the radiation emitted by the black body itself. So that is called as black body radiation ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So next we shall see the statement given by Wien's displacement law. So what is the statement? So wavelength of, so what is the statement? that is given by wavelength of radiation corresponding to maximum intensity. Wavelength ಅಂದ್ರೆ lambda ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Maximum, so corresponding to maximum intensity ಅಂತ represent ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ lambda m is inversely proportional to absolute temperature. How the wavelength and temperature are related means those are inversely proportional, therefore it is represented as lambda m is directly proportional to 1 by T. Lambda m ano, that is nothing but lambda m is wavelength for which energy radiated is maximum, and T is the temperature and B is constant ಅಂತ ಓದ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, lambda m into T is equal to B ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಸೊ T ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is absolute temperature, lambda m is the wavelength and B is the constant, and SI unit of B ಯಾವ್ದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಮೆಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮೀಟರ್ ಕೆಲ್ವಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ B ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅದು B ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನು 2.9 into 10 to the power of -3 ಮೀಟರ್ ಕೆಲ್ವಿನ್, and dimension formula ಏನು m0 L1 30 Kelvin raised to 1 ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ B ಯಾವ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟ್ ಅದು, so that is nothing but that is in the Wien's displacement law B is one of the constant value adu. So next we shall see what is the meaning of greenhouse effect. So it is very important. Why? Because it is used to help certain plants to grow better, providing warmer air temperature. And then how we are going to explain greenhouse effect means, so that is greenhouse effect ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, so ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೈತೆ ಏನು, solar radiation contains mainly visible light and invisible infrared radiation. This radiation passing through the glass of greenhouse is absorbed by the plant and soil, making them warm. Hangandra the warm soil and plant now also emit infrared radiation of much longer wavelength which cannot pass through the glass of greenhouse. So in this way solar radiation is trapped inside the greenhouse and causes the temperature to rise. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, this is called greenhouse effect ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗೆ greenhouse effect ಒಳಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, so in greenhouse effect in the atmosphere solar radiation mostly passes through the atmosphere and it is absorbed by the earth. Then earth re-emits the energy in the form of infrared radiation. So this infrared radiation emitted by the earth is absorbed by molecules such as carbon dioxide, water, ozone, which are called greenhouse gases. So if the concentration of these gases in the atmosphere increases, atmosphere absorb infrared radiation more strongly and trap even more of the earth emitted radiation. So this results in an increase in earth temperature. It is believed that burning of oil fuel increases the concentration of the greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and it will be a significant increase in the earth atmosphere, and that we already know. So what are the greenhouse gases, what is the meaning of greenhouse effect, so that we already know. And one note point you have to remember, and the effect of greenhouse gases so average temperature of the earth is increased by 0.3 to 0.6 degrees Celsius per year. Yakandra this results in global warming. Warming may problem for human life and animals. Second ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ice caps melt faster due to global warming, and then sea level will be raised and weather pattern will change. So greenhouse gases ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, carbon dioxide, methane, greenhouse gases. So greenhouse gases ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, carbon dioxide, methane, ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಕರಿಬಹುದು, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಕರಿಬಹುದು, ಮೀಥೇನ್ ಕರಿಬಹುದು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೈಟ್ರಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್, and next chlorofluorocarbon and ozone. These are greenhouse gases anta karitivi. And And next one thing you have to remember, convection takes place only in liquids anta already we discussed, but sea bridges, land bridges, those are the example of convention itself. And convention plays an important role in trade winds and monsoon. Then what is the meaning of trade wind? So the steady surface wind on the earth blowing in the form of in the from northeast towards equator ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, this natural convention ಗೆ trade winds ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So when the earth surface near the equator get heated by the sun, air in contact with earth get heated and hence rise up, while the cooler air from pole blow towards the equator to take its place. So this natural convention is called trade winds anta kariತೀವಿ. So then sea bridge ಅನ್ನು ಯಾವ ತರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, land bridge, sea bridge. So ಒಂದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. The specific heat of water is higher than that of soil. ಅದರೊಳಗ sea bridge ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Therefore land is more heated by the sunlight than the water in the sea. During daytime air over land expand and rise upwards, while the cooler air from sea blows towards the land to take its place. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, sea bridge ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So then what is the meaning of land bridge? So land bridge ಅನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು? So land bridge means during night time the land cool much faster than the water, therefore air near the water expand and rise upwards. The cooler air from land moves towards the sea. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, land bridge ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೋದು. And some of the practical application of conduction we already discussed, but some other practical application of conductions are, so ಯಾವ್ಯಾವು, ice can be prevented in sawdust which is a bad conductor of heat. Next, woolen cloth used in winter to keep the body warm, ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತೈತೆ ನಮಗೆ. If the window are provided with double door, air in between the door from a non-conducting layer, heat does not flow from inside to outside and vice versa. So next example, thick brick wall are used in the construction of cold storage because bricks are bad conductor of heat. So next, when hot water is poured in a beaker of thick glass, beaker cracks. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? Because when hot water is poured in a beaker of thick glass, inner outer surface of the glass, because it is a poor thermal conductor. So these are some of the practical application of example for conduction please. So try to practice all these